Upon a time, in a busy city where people rushed faster than their thoughts, there lived a young man named Kaelren. He was known as hardworking, honest, and intelligent, but he carried one weakness that quietly followed him everywhere. Kaelren had a short temper. Most days he controlled it, but when anger rose, it came like a sudden fire, burning before he could stop it. He believed anger gave him strength, that speaking loudly meant being strong. He did not yet know the true price of one angry moment. Kaelren worked at a small design firm where ideas mattered more than voices. He was talented, often staying late to finish projects, dreaming of a better life and a respected future. His manager trusted his skills, and his coworkers admired his creativity, but they also feared his reactions. When something went wrong, Kaelren's face tightened, his voice sharpened, and his words cut deeper than he realized. After every angry moment, regret followed, but he always told himself it was normal. He told himself everyone gets angry. One morning, Kaelren arrived late to an important meeting. The traffic had been heavy, his phone battery had died, and his mind was already tired. When he entered the room, the discussion had started without him. His manager calmly asked him to explain the delay. It was a simple question, asked without anger. But inside Kaelren, frustration exploded. He felt embarrassed. He felt judged. Instead of breathing, instead of pausing, he reacted. His voice rose. His words became defensive and sharp. The room went silent. In that silence, something broke, not loudly, but deeply. His manager did not shout back. He only looked at Kaelren with disappointment and ended the meeting early. No one said anything, but everyone felt it. That one angry moment changed how people saw him. Kaelren returned to his desk, his hands shaking, his heart racing. The anger faded, leaving behind a heavy emptiness. He wanted to take his words back, but time does not rewind for angry moments. That evening, Kaelren walked home alone. The city lights felt colder than usual. He replayed the scene again and again in his mind. He realized something painful. His anger had not protected him. It had exposed him. It had not shown strength. It had shown a lack of control. Still, he pushed the thought away, telling himself it would pass like other times. Days later, Kaelren was called into the manager's office. His work was still good, but trust had weakened. He was removed from a major project he had worked months for. The reason was simple. The manager needed someone calm under pressure. Kaelren nodded, pretending to understand, but inside, anger returned. This time, however, it stayed silent. He began to see the cost. One angry moment had taken months of effort away.
At home, Kaelren avoided people. He avoided mirrors. He felt trapped by his own reactions. One night, unable to sleep, he sat on his balcony watching the city breathe. He asked himself a question he had never asked before. Why did anger control him so easily? Why did he react before thinking? For the first time, he did not blame others. He looked inward. Kaelren began to observe his emotions like passing clouds. When anger came, he noticed how his chest tightened and his thoughts rushed. He realized anger always arrived when his pride felt threatened. This awareness was uncomfortable, but it was honest. He understood that emotions were not enemies, but they required guidance. Without control, even the strongest emotion becomes destructive. One afternoon, a stranger sat beside him at a quiet cafe. The man noticed Kaelren's distant expression and said something simple. He said that anger is often pain asking to be heard. The words stayed with Kaelren. He realized he had never learned how to respond, only how to react. That night, he made a decision. He would not eliminate anger, but he would delay it. He would pause before speaking. He would breathe before responding. The next test came sooner than expected. At work, a coworker criticized Kaelren's design in front of others. The old fire rose instantly. His mind prepared sharp words, but this time he stopped. He inhaled slowly. He counted in silence. The moment felt long, uncomfortable, and powerful. Then he responded calmly, explaining his idea without raising his voice. The room felt different. Respect replaced tension. Kaelren felt something new: control. It was not loud or dramatic, but it was strong. He realized that self-control does not make you weak, it makes you unshakable. Each time he paused instead of reacting, his confidence grew. People began to trust him again. His manager noticed the change, not because Kaelren announced it, but because his presence had changed. Months later, Kaelren was given another chance at a major project. This time, pressure came daily. Deadlines tightened, mistakes happened, but Kaelren remained steady. When problems appeared, he listened first. When emotions rose, he slowed down. He learned that calm thinking creates better solutions than angry reactions ever could.
One evening, Kaelren received a message from a former coworker who had once feared his temper. The message thanked him for becoming someone safe to work with. Kaelren read it twice. He understood then that controlling anger does not only protect your future, it protects the people around you. Looking back, Kaelren finally understood the price of one angry moment. It can cost trust, opportunities, and respect. But he also learned something hopeful. One calm moment can rebuild what anger destroys. Emotional intelligence is not about never feeling anger. It is about choosing not to let it decide your actions. Kaelren's life did not become perfect. Anger still visited him, but it no longer controlled him. He learned that strength is not in loud words or fast reactions. Strength is in the pause. Strength is in understanding yourself before demanding others understand you. In the end, Kaelren realized that one angry moment can change your life, but one controlled moment can change it back. The true power lies not in what you feel, but in what you choose to do with it. And that choice, made again and again, shapes the future you deserve.